everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Ask the Crown. I'm Elizabeth Seyfried, Miss United States 2014 and Miss World America's 2015. I'm so excited to be introducing the 2015 class of Miss World America, who will be competing this summer in Washington, D.C. in July.
Hi, I'm Breshell Hurley, Miss Utah World.
Tell us about where you're from and your family and your community.
Well, actually, my parents are divorced, and so home life became 12 places spread across the state. So I've lived in 12 different homes, which really allowed me to connect with my community in more of a personal way than I ever would have thought before. But with all that being said, my mom and dad have really tried to just embark their journey as well as like their love for me, and as well as like pushing me to be the best person that they could be even when they weren't able to be in the same household. So just having two supportive parents from two completely different backgrounds really allowed me to see what life was like on both ends of the spectrums from a young age.
Tell us something about yourself that no one else knows.
Oh my goodness, well actually I am a huge nerd. Like, for example, growing up all through public education, I was actually in Destination Imagination, which is a creative problem-solving organization on the international level. And we actually had the task to build a balsa wood structure that weighed 22 grams, orientated in two different directions, that could hold as much weight as possible. And we actually won the competition twice on the international level, with it holding over 1,000 pounds each side. So a lot of people don't realize that beauty and brains do go together, but they definitely do.
Knowing what you know now, if you could write a letter to yourself when you were young, what would you say?
I would have to say that you are perfect and beautiful just the way that you were created to be. Growing up, it was hard. I had influences in my life that kind of beat me down based on roles in the family that I had that they wanted. And so growing up, I always felt less than, not good enough. And looking back at my pictures, I thought that all through elementary school, middle school, high school, college, that I was overweight or obese, when in reality, I'm in, number sizes that were small and not even near that at all, but that was the mental mindset that I had. So writing a letter to myself, I would say to be confident and just secure in who you are and who you were born to be.
Tell us about your Beauty with a Purpose project and how you selected it.
My Beauty with a Purpose project is entitled Redefining Perfect, and it actually stems from being a title holder and going around, you're signing these incredible photoshopped images that are basically perfect. You don't have pores, you don't have freckles, you don't have wrinkles, you have porcelain skin that everybody wants. However, that's a man-made artistic impersonation of what they think that you should look like. And I look at my picture sometimes and think that, and question, do I even look like that person that I'm handing to these, to the children? And so when these children get these pictures, they are like, wow, you're perfect. I wish I could be as beautiful as you. Don't take my picture. I'm really not as pretty as you are. And that hurt, because I don't want to be the type of role model that is unobtainable to those little girls. I want to be the type of role model that those little girls look up to, and they're like, I can't achieve that. And so Redefining Perfect, I've actually reached out with state legislation as well as legislation on a national level of the Truth in Advertising Act, which is to put a health warning on the bottom right-hand corner of any advertisement that has been edited or doctored, airbrushed, etc., to let them know that flipping through those magazine pages, that's not an actual interpretation of what was actually taken with the camera, that they are perfect and beautiful just the way they are, and they shouldn't hold themselves to that standard.
Knowing that Miss World is a community ambassador, tell us why you should be Miss World America.
Right now, our world is a dangerous place. I'm working in Washington, D.C. right now in a subcommittee of the Homeland Security and Foreign Affairs. I'm in briefings and hearings that just really make you want to go underground and hide from the rest of the world. But in reality, what the world needs is these goodwill ambassadors to go out to take a stand for my generation and the generations that are here today, as well as future generations, to know that we can take back this world to make it a better place, so that our children and our grandchildren are allowed to thrive, and instead of wanting to seek shelter or try to cover up like the nuclear threats that are happening in Iran and everything. And so being Miss World America would allow me to be that role model on a more national platform, as well as helping others with my platform of Redefining Perfect to really have a mentally healthy America for the future generations to come.
Tell us a fun fact.
Oh my goodness, so a fun fact would be that I actually wrote a children's book. It's entitled Bing Bang Clack, Her Life Fell Out of Whack. And basically it goes on about my life. I got to get started, and it is telling the story of a broken childhood with broken dreams, which ultimately led to a broken heart. But through all of this sadness and sorrow and not understanding why things happened the way that they did, it ends in triumph. It ends in don't give up. Don't give up on the big dreams that you have. Always push through, because those obstacles in life that you experience only make you a stronger person, as well as more well-rounded to handle whatever life may throw at your way.
Thank you so much to everyone who let us interview them on Ask the Crown, and thank you to everyone for watching. I'm so excited to meet all the women in Washington, D.C. in July who will be competing for Miss World America.